Hey guys, welcome to Flosstube number 4. This is Cindy, the Scrappy Chick on Flosstube and on Instagram, and I'm coming to you today from a little corner in my she shed. It's not finished, as I had said before. I guess, tell you a little bit about it. So, we are living in a house which we love. We love our land. We have a lot of privacy. We're on a couple of acres and surrounded by woods and lots that are always will be undeveloped. We love where we are, but there are issues with, I can't remember if I've told you this or not, issues with the road and the neighborhood, and we have been looking on and off for a couple of years. So I started finishing my she shed years ago, like 5 years ago, when I moved in with my husband. Actually, I moved in about 6 years ago. Anywho, started finishing it then. I did a lot of it all by myself. He helped me cut the wood, but I hung the pieces of panel board and I painted everything. I stained the floor. I put up the insulation. Actually did the wiring myself with a little bit of help from him, where I was kind of having some issues. But for the most part, I did all the remodel or fixing it up by myself. So I would like to finish, but if we move, the she shed becomes the tractor shed, depending on where we go and if we need the building. We are so up in the air on whether we're going to do it or not. But if we stay, then I will finish the ceiling in here. I want to actually redo the floor a little bit, and then obviously some reorganization always. So it's still a work in progress, but more on the she shed in a little bit. So welcome back to any of my returning friends, subscribers. I appreciate you coming back. I appreciate you finding time for me when there are so many wonderful Flosstubers out there right now. Anybody who stumbled upon me, welcome. Thank you. Hope you stay for a little bit and check it out. I'm actually going to give a timeline today. I think it's Tiger Lily who does that, and that way you'll kind of know what I'll be talking about for a while, in case you don't want to stick around for everything, or if you want to fast forward. So I'm going to do a little bit of catch up first. I'm going to talk about my FFOs and my FOs, and then I'll talk about new starts and whips. From there, plans, including a new sew-along. I have a few shout outs to do, and I have a little bit of quilting I want to share. And then some questions at the end and the giveaway. So I think that's it. Anywho, so on the catch up, sorry I am a week later. I had hoped to film every, say, 2 weeks. I am 54, and who knew at 54 you could get the freaking shingles? I was not feeling great. My whole right side was just sort of in pain. I had a little bit of a rash. I thought it was some mosquito bites on my stomach. It was just a handful. My dad looked at it, who had shingles, and said, "Oh, that's definitely shingles." So I work at a skilled nursing facility and had the nurse practitioner there look at it as well. And she said, kind of mild case, but yeah, definitely go to your doctor. It had already scabbed up at that point, so I was safe to work. But it just kind of put me just really sore and a little more tired. I'm normally a really early morning person, but I was struggling with getting up in the morning. So I did not stitch as much as I would like to, and I just honestly in the afternoon never got around to feeling like doing a floss tube all last week. So a few days, a week after having a little bit of medication, resting some, I do feel better, thank God. I will get the shingle shot from now on. I do not want it again. If that was a mild case, I do not want to know what full-fledged feels like. I know it can be really bad, especially the older we get. So anyway, that's where I have been. More on the catch-up. So my hair, I wore it short almost my whole life. I grew it out probably to where it is right now before I met my husband 7 years ago. And he, like all men, loved long hair. So I kept growing and kept growing, and I grew it out for the wedding. I chopped it a little bit, but then let it grow again. So it was, oh my goodness, halfway down my back or more. And I enjoy being able to put it up in a ponytail, but oh my gosh, so much hair, so much hair. And I started letting it go natural about 1.5 years ago at my daughter's wedding. So this is, I think I chopped it all out today. Anything that's not au naturel anymore. My husband, I won't say he'll kill me. He might laugh at me. I did it myself. I threatened to the other night, and he's like, oh my God, no, go to a professional, get it done the right way. And I'll have a friend touch it up. There's a hairstylist that comes into work, and I think I can convince her to just sort of, you know, do the ends a little bit. But so far, it's better. I'm used to having it up during the day at work, so hopefully it's still long enough to do that with. This is going to drive me insane, talking on the camera and not being able to see you. So I apologize now for constantly messing with my hair. I may have to pause and actually put my glasses on my head so I don't keep doing this. So anyway, that was the haircut this afternoon, literally like an hour ago. No other big news, no other events in my life. I did finally finish my son's quilt for his 30th birthday. That was July 17th. He was a little late to the game, letting me know what fabric he wanted, or like a style, because I know he likes really modern. And I showed you guys that 1 or 2 Flosstubes ago, and that is finished. It is off in the mail. I can't put it on Instagram because he is on there some, but I don't think he's been to my YouTube yet, so I will put pictures when I start talking about quilting. I'm going to pause and get my glasses. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. That's better. It's a little more out of my face like I'm used to. I will have to get used to wearing bangs. So why did I cut bangs? I wanted them. I've wanted them for a long time, and I may actually go shorter too. But for now, we'll start with just a little bit, and I'll have to get used to them. Anyway, so where was I? I actually made myself a list today because I am, as I've said, more and more scatterbrained lately. I don't know. I guess it's just an age thing. Maybe it's working in the nursing home around all the elderly with dementia. Maybe it's contagious. I tease them all the time that it is. So anyway, that's kind of it for catch up for right now. FFOs, I do have the 2 little bee pillows that I had finished into a flat finish basically, but had not stuffed. I did stuff those. There's the one right now, it's just got some honeycomb fabric on the back. The other one has a little bit on the front and the honeycomb. I think I want to maybe do chenille. I don't think zigzag. I think I want to get some chenille trim in this bluish color right here. Maybe Lady Dots has something like that. I don't know, it kind of needs something else. Maybe a black, I'm not really sure. But definitely something else. I was just itching to get them in my tiered tray. And yeah, so those are done. I, for the first time, used pellets. I kind of like them for the weight. I've never tried walnut shells or lizard litter, which I should. I usually just do polyfill, but late to the game on this. And I kind of like the partial pellets. They're kind of to there, and then the stuffing. And it gives it, a little bit of weight. So along with that, I did finish. It's not a full finish. We're to where we were last time with the other one. This is ABC. All of these are from Primrose Cottage. And I still have, as I think I had said before, the hive rules on my radar because it's just so cute. I'm working on Christmas rules. Well, I have Christmas rules as a whip, I should say. I'm not working on it. I really should finish that. But anywho, that's as far as I've gotten on that one. I did the polka dot. It's open at the bottom so that I can stuff that. And again, I want to get some kind of trim to go on these. I just don't know exactly what I want to do. Maybe the gold actually, but I'm kind of leaning towards the blue because I've got a little bit of blue in the farmhouse kitchen in there. So that's that one. So it's kind of all the bees today because I do have a finish. It's not a full finish or fully finished object, but I have a finish. And this is Honey of a Tiny Town. And I think this turned out so cute. It was so easy to stitch on, Because I had decided to do Lagana, which I said I don't normally do a lower count. It's a 25 count, but I had pulled it out on our way to the beach in the truck, and the big diesel rumble, rumble, rumble down the road. It's really hard to stitch in there. If anybody else is a car stitcher, you know, especially a truck, it's just miserable. So it made it easy for that, and it's also super easy on my eyes, so this was a great one to just pick up wherever, whenever I wanted to. I need to probably adjust and go taller. I ended up with the colors, some of the colors that were the called for. I did not use the overdyes because I didn't have very many of them, and I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, so I just pulled out all the DMC. And I did use the darker blue and the white, and I think one of the golds, and then the other golds and the lighter blues over here I pulled from the other patterns from Primrose Cottage. And then the green, I just picked one that kind of went a little bit better. I was struggling last time, I think I had said, with, since I had picked this oatmeal-y color, or natural color to go with the ones that I already had in the same, you know, bee theme, the white, I just knew it wasn't going to show up, so I figured I would outline it with something, and I went back and forth, back and forth. I ended up just doing the brown, and it stands out just enough. I'm tickled to death with it. I think it's really cute. Now I can't wait to do other tiny towns, but there's too many other things on my radar right now. I do have the Seaside Tiny Town, which I guess is kind of out of season, but our camper's at the beach, so maybe I'll take that next time we go and work on that. But I think they're really cute, and I think I'm going to probably, I had that for something else, but I think I'm going to stain that, possibly like this dark brown that I've got going on up there. There's some of that in the house. I don't know, add fabric, add bows, not really sure, but anyway, that is my only other finish for this week. So let's go to, I'm still messing with my hair, God, I'm so sorry. Let's go to New Starts, and the one that I was super excited about, this is Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that's really cute. I ordered a half a yard of fabric for it. I got all the DMC. These are the ones that are just for that first block that I had shown you before. And I am just stitching away on this. Like, this is fun. This is awesome. And over 2, maybe 3 days, that's it. Holy cow. Holy cow. What was I thinking? This is going to take forever. This block is, each one's square, so the length is going to be the width as well. So I've got part of that little border in, and just working on that bottom little corner, I didn't count them, but it's close to 800 or 1,000 stitches already. And that's not even a fraction of it. Like, this is insane. But I love it. It's turning out great. I enjoy stitching on it. It's on a 36. This is, oh, I've already forgotten. This is Hazelwood by Fiber on a Whim. It's a 36 count, so I'm stitching one thread over one DMC thread over 2 linen threads, and it's not that bad on my eyes. I have a new little light by my stitchy chair, and that's actually going really great. It's just that there are so many stitches, like holy cow. So I think, yeah, I'm just gonna have to keep plugging away at that one. And then that one lives in this bag, which I made. So that was one New Start. My other, seems like I had another New Start. Oh, I do have one, but this one I can't remember if I had started this last I saw you guys or not, but this is Barbara Anna Designs Trick or Treat. I might have just barely started this, I can't remember. Really cute. This is for Cross Stitch Camp, Colorado Stitcher, Sherry. She does one for June, July, and for August. This was my August pick, which was something new to you. And this is where I am on him. He's so cute. I don't usually do like bright colors in my house to decorate with. I love bright colors. I have always been into art and color and anything. But for Halloween or for other holidays or even in my she shed, the bright colors are just totally fine. And that is very fun. Loving him. I need to get back on those words and see if I can finish him in the next few days before August is over. That's the colors I ended up with, plus that one. And that's living in this bag that I made. Totally in love with that bag. Okay, and then the other new start, because I kind of forgot about this one, is this weekend, my daughter and I got together for coffee. I have, as I said, so we'll do a little more family history. I have 4 kids, as I said. The eldest is 30, the one that just turned 30. He lives in New Jersey, long way away. We see him usually once a year, maybe twice, usually once. My next child is 28, and she lives in West Virginia with her husband and my 7-year-old granddaughter. And we see them quite a few times a year, definitely more than my son, but not as often as I would like, of course. And then my next child is 27. There's just a little over a year between the girls. And she is somewhat local to me. She's about 30, 45 minutes away, something like that. And we try to get together. We're making a very conscious effort to try to get together every couple of weeks if we can. Sometimes they come down here for dinner. Sometimes we go up there and meet with them and my youngest son, my parents, or my dad and his wife. Sometimes we just go for coffee. And this weekend we went for coffee. We went for a walk, which was really nice before it got hot. And then we went for coffee. And she had some editing she wanted to do for a project that she's working on. So she didn't bring her cross stitch, and she was like, oh, I should have brought it. So I felt kind of guilty. I've shown you this before, and there's no progress on this one, because this is the one we started together, and I'm trying to only work on it when we're working on it together so I don't get too far ahead. So I decided, well, while I've got it, let's go ahead and start the other one. So this is the other half of the fabric. This is Mani Didana fabric, which I absolutely love. I had never bought any before. I don't recall the name of it, but it is absolutely gorgeous. These are the colors. Very, very fun. I made the floss drops in the bag and everything for both of us. So that's the Sting Like a Bee, which we're working on together. She will eventually hopefully be working on this one as well. This is Float. So this is the little teeny corner that I got to start on yesterday. It's not much, but it is a start. So I wanted to share that with you guys. And that's living in this bag that I made for both of us. Love that fabric. I'm not usually a metallic, glittery kind of person, but oh my goodness, how pretty is that? And that inside lining, love it. Love it, love it, love it. So that was my other new start this week. Let me get that one out of the way. So on to just regular whips at this point. So for saying that I didn't get a lot of stitching done, it feels like maybe I actually got more done than I thought I did, but it's been almost 3 weeks. I will try to insert pictures of these coming up of where I was previously. The Trick or Treat was either brand new or it was a new start. I'm not sure. The other one was a new start. This one is Salute to Abigail, which is this. And it's out of the Sweet Land of Liberty book by Blackbird Designs. This is the one that I am doing as my thread a day, but I've been off again. I was off when I was at the beach, and then I started back, and then when I wasn't feeling well, I wasn't getting up in time to do a stitch a day before work. So I made a little more progress. I've almost met up in the border, and then I'll probably start building from the bottom. This is the one I'm doing on 40 count, my first on 40 count, and it's with silk, Dinky Dyes. I love the silk. I think I've said that before, probably like 5 times. Absolutely love it. But I need to get back to that as my stitch a day now that I'm feeling a little bit better. I was off this weekend, and I did get up at, well, 6 yesterday. I didn't get up until like 6:30 today, which is a little late for me. But hey, we're doing better. We're almost back to our normally scheduled program. So that's that one. The next one that I did not do much on, but I pulled it out to be my new work stitch. And that is the Let's Talk Stitching from Hands On Design. And again, I'll insert a photo of where it was. And it's not very much different than where I am now. I started working on those little letters down here, little red string, and I think that's about it. But I pulled this out at work the other day just for something different because I was tired of the one that I was working on. And I was actually working on the bees for a while during my lunch breaks as well. So that's where that one is. That's the threads for that. That is all called for DMC. I'm stitching that, on 32 count Ancient Ruin from Fox and Rabbit. Oops. Love the color. I have always loved the Fox and Rabbit linen. This one, I'm struggling with it. It's really just the white. I keep hitting the wrong hole and having to go back and frog over and over. That's one of the reasons I'm not any further. I wasn't really having that much of a problem with the colors, but with the white and the little holes on the Ancient Ruin, I don't know what it is. So I just have to keep plugging away at this. And again, that's why I thought it might be a good car stitch for my lunch hour, because it's daylight and I can see it better. But anyway, I will let you know on that fabric if I like it any better. The next to the last one is, and this is the day, I pulled this one back out because I have just really, really been in the mood for this. These are the threads. And as I've said before, it is a complete joy to work on this. I really enjoy working on this one every time I get it out. But it's so out of season that I don't want to keep going. Oh, again, okay, picture right here. And this is where I am now. I've made more progress on the roof. I'm maybe hoping to finish that roof today. Started in a little bit on that top border, did some more of the brickwork, and was working on the steps. So I'm a very ADD stitcher. I'm very chaotic. I'm all over the place. I might start in the left hand corner, or I might start in the middle, but I hop around all over the place. I get bored with a section and move to the next one, or I might promise myself, God, somebody was talking about this on Flosstube the other day. I might promise myself, oh, if I stitch all the blue, then I can move to the green, or if I get all the leaves done, then I'm allowed to do a flower. So I kind of play little games with myself, and I wish I could remember who was saying that the other day, because I totally do it too. But again, so a little bit of progress. I think I am actually going to make this my Sunday stitch. I haven't had a Sunday stitch. I'm off every Saturday, Sunday. My husband's off every other Saturday and Sunday. I don't tend to do a ton of stitching when he's off with me, but Sunday afternoons we do kind of just chill out and don't do a lot. So I could potentially, squeeze in a couple of hours every Sunday. And the reason I'm thinking that is on Instagram, Stitches in the Woods. She is doing this as her Sunday stitch, and I'm seeing her make progress every week. And we're pretty similar as to where we are in the pattern right now. So thanks to her inspiration, I think I'm gonna try to work on that every week, because I love it, love it, love it, love it. I think that's it for whips. Oh my goodness. Okay, so next, let's move on to plans. September's coming up quick. I have a little bit more of August. I would really like to get the trick or treat, pull that one back out on top. I would really like to get trick or treat done at the end of August. I think that's possible. We still have a few more days, and I really only have the words and a couple more of these little flowers and candy corns to do. So I think that's a distinct possibility. I would also like to finish September month to month. While we're on the bee theme, sorry, I had posted a picture on Instagram, and I will put it right here, of my August month to month display with the other bee stuff and sunflower stuff around it, so that you guys can see that right there. I never finished September, but as I showed you in my WIC parade, it's really close. So I think all I have to do, I was looking at it again today, I think all I have to do is a couple more apples and do the greenery. And I think the big one's done, and then all I have to do would be the little companion. So I have a question for you guys. Did anybody find apple picks anywhere? I looked last year, and I even kind of went online looking, and I was struggling with it. I found some little apples I could maybe tuck in, or I don't know, figure it out with some greenery. But if anybody has any good ideas or found those or knows where I should look, please let me know, because I would love to have some apples to put in my basket. So that is another plan. I should be able to get that done if I finish trick or treat in the first couple of days of September, is what I'm hoping. Hawk Run Hollow, definitely want to keep working on that one. If I continue with Salute to Abigail as my morning stitch, I don't know, Hawk Run Hollow may... I'm kind of away from the 5 for 5 that I did the last few months, like five days on 5 projects each, and then you have a few extra days. So I may just need to devote a week or so to Hawk Run Hollow, because I love it. I know it's not going to get done this year. It might not get done in 10 years, but I'm going to keep working on it. So that is another plan. I talked to you about my Sunday stitch. I want to do that. And then, ta-da! This is what I'm looking forward to telling you about, and I hopefully will tell you all the correct information. So, I was hunting around online the other day looking at fall and Halloween patterns, and I fell in love. Don't know why. I guess because I have This Is the Day on my brain, but it's fall. So I fell in love with Goody Grimwood by Plum Street Samplers, and I will insert a picture of that here because it's not here yet. I ordered it from 123 Stitch along with the threads to go with it. I have a purple linen I might use depending on what it looks like, and if not, I will probably do just some sort of a neutral, maybe a gray. But anyway, that's on order. So I reached out to, I was trying to figure out who I wanted to reach out to, and I sit and think, and I was like, oh, well, I know exactly who I want to reach out to. I want to reach out to Laura from Textilly Crafts. We started our Flosstubes about the same time, and we chit-chat, you know, a little bit back and forth on Flosstube. So I sent her a text, and I was like, hey, would you consider doing this? Because I think this would be really fun to do together. And she jumped right in. She's like, yeah, that would be great. So I am thrilled that she's as excited about it as I am. I think we'll have fun. But what we decided is to do anything fall, anything Halloween, anything pumpkin, Plum Street Samplers, and we're going to call it, I will put the hashtag below to make sure I say it correctly. We're going to call it Plum Street Sampler Pumpkin SAL, I think. Plum Street Samplers Pumpkin SAL. Again, I will put that down below, make sure I'm spelling that completely correctly. Put a little tag at the bottom. And we're excited about it. We're going to start September 2nd, so that's coming up really soon. I'm hoping my pattern will be here by then. She is ordering, and I'll put a picture of hers right here. I forgot to look at the name of hers, but it's more of a fall Plum Street sampler instead of a Halloween. It's really pretty too, so I might need to get that one as well. But we are going to work on those. I will probably be working on mine September and October. She's a pretty quick stitcher, so I wouldn't be surprised if she gets hers done in September. We are going to do, as I said, the hashtag on Instagram. You can also put a comment and maybe even a picture in either of our YouTubes. She is Textilly Crafts, as I said, and I'm going to put that right here too. Textilly Crafts on Instagram as well as on Flosstube. So if you decide to join us, you can do any Plum Street sampler, really anything. But we're aiming for fall, Halloween, that kind of vibe, because it's that time of year. And if you will put the hashtag anytime you post. That would be great. But if you could also tag both of us. Everybody's having a horrible time. I have no idea why, but you know, we used to be able to tag something and everybody could see. They could just, you know, type that in and it would pop up, and now it's not. So if you could also tag Laura and I both, that would be lovely. And I am Scrappy Chick, and she is Textilly Crafts. And again, I will put those down here with our hashtag. Trying to think if I want to tell you anything else. Oh, we're gonna do 2 giveaways. She's gonna do one, and I am gonna do one. I am going to let her tell you what she's going to give away. It's very exciting, but I don't want to spoil her surprise for, I think she's uploading in a couple of days. I am going to give away a project bag. Not sure which one yet, but I have a couple in mind that I've been working on, and I'll talk to you about that in a minute. So anyway, 2 giveaways, and we were chit-chatting quite a bit actually this weekend, chit-chatting about how to do the giveaways, and she has some really good ideas, but I never said yay or nay, so it's not completely set in stone, unless she gets her video before mine and sets it in stone, which is fine with me, because I'm being a little indecisive about things. But anyway, we'll let you know how you can win. Obviously, it'll probably be, you know, post. Usually there's likes and all those things in there as well. I don't know. We will iron it all out, and as soon as Laura and I figure that out, I will do a little quick, what are they called? A short on YouTube, and tell you all the nitty gritty once we have the rest of it ironed out, because we're not starting until the 2nd, which I believe is next Saturday. So you have a week to go through your stash, see if you have something, or order something. Even better, right? I think that's it about that. I feel like I'm forgetting part of what I need to tell you, though. So she was making notes. I was laughing like, oh, I should do this. I should probably just pull out Laura's notes. But, yeah, anyway, I made the notes that I could think of. So the next thing I wanted to talk about is, actually, you know what? I'm going to sidetrack. So I'm going to come back. I'm going to do shout outs in a minute. I'm going to jump ahead to quilting. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to insert a video that my daughter did for me. Again, I think it's safe to put it on YouTube before my son gets his quilt on Tuesday. But this will show you the finished product that I'm really happy with. It's very modern for me, so it was very fun to do and very different, because it's not anything that I would normally make for myself. So I was thrilled that he picked something out of my normal wheelhouse. And it is a not Robin Pickens, oh my goodness, it is a Zen Chic pattern, and it's her fabric. The fabric is, I am completely blanking, sorry, but again, it's Zen Chic, and I followed the pattern, used the exact fabric she did, and I'm tickled with the results. So I hope he loves it as well. So here's the little video. Okay. Hopefully that worked. I'm still working on my editing skills. But along with quilting, I have not done anything for myself quilting wise. I have so many projects I need to do. What I need to do is finish my Halloween quilt that I started 2 years ago, maybe, as a sew along. So I'll have to share that one next time and maybe motivate myself. But this weekend, I was just all into project bags. I have thought about for a long time selling project bags, but everybody and their brother sells them. But why not? You know, I mean, what's one more? Because one of my subscribers asked me if I was going to sell them, and I am so sorry I didn't get anything ready last weekend. Like I said, I was just in a funk from the stupid shingles. It was awful. But this weekend I got stuff out, and I have been working on all kinds of little pieces here. Oh my goodness, how fun is that? So those are going to be, let me pull this one back out. Those are going to be bags like this. A couple of the bags will be like this, and a couple will be, I believe, the orange and then black trim instead. So I'm working on those. I have lots and lots of other pieces that I've worked on in the past that I've just never put up or never finished. And I've been tweaking one of my own ideas as well. And I'm still not completely where I want it to be, but that's kind of a prototype. Let me show you the inside as well. That is got the other stuff living in it. I'll show you what it does soon. As soon as I get it ready, I will do a video just on that. But the ones I'm working on right now are some fall ones. This is fig tree fabric. Super exciting. And there's another whole stack of that over there. And then there's a few other things as well. But I've just been in project bag frenzy, having a ton of fun and messing around with some different ideas. So that is my quilting, maybe not for the last 3 weeks, but for this weekend. Next, I feel like I'm super scattered, but I always say that. So, show you this. This was August so far. I don't think I showed you July. July was pretty filled in. I'm really trying to do better with this. But I did want to do a couple of shout outs, and I've lost my list. Most of these have been around for a while probably, but they're new to me. And for whatever reason, just totally random, I got on a Southerner kick apparently this week when I was finding people. The first one is Dottie, who is Stitchin' Scotty, and I sat and listened to her for a long time while I was stitching today, and it just felt like right at home. Right at home. She was absolutely great. I loved all of her projects, and I loved just hearing her talk. It felt like a long lost friend. So that is Dottie, and again, she is Stitching Scotty. So go check her out. She's done quite a few videos, I do believe, so I have to go back. I only watched, I think, 2 maybe. But again, I'm just enjoying hearing her talk. Another new one to me, I participated in the Common Threaded Stitcher, which I think a lot of us did. And so I found a bunch of new people on Instagram through that, and a couple of Flosstubers, and one was one of the co-hosts for that, and that is Sarah from Memphis, Sarah E. And oh my God, she's fabulous. I love her personality. Again, just, feels like an old friend. Totally great. Lots of awesome projects, and it's been I guess a couple of weeks now since I watched a couple of her videos back to back. So nothing's jumping out at me as far as things she said or whatever, but totally enjoy watching her, and I plan to go binge some of these people now that I've found them. But I watched a couple of others today. The next one, oh, holy shit. Floss Boss and Cousins. Where have I been? I did not catch both of their names. I was watching their whip parade today, and girl, let me tell you, they are freaking hilarious. I had heard about them before, but anytime I had heard about them, I wasn't like in a spot or in a time that I could go, look up somebody new on Flosstube and start watching or whatever. So I would kind of forget. Sorry guys, because you are thebomb.com. Like, y'all are freaking hilarious, and looking forward to binge watching a lot of you guys as well, because y'all would be so fun to hang out with. So I hung out with you for an hour and a half while I was watching that video, and that was really fun too. Oh, and then Carolina Stitchers, I talked about them before, mom and daughter, and that is my brain, I tell you what, Joy and Emma Kay. And I said that wrong last time. I said Joy and Emma. I'm so sorry. It's Joy and Emma Kay. And they are great. They are amazing. And I have not watched today's video. It might have been last night, but I think they put it up today. They are doing all fall finishing, and I'm really looking forward to see what they do, because they do amazing finishes. Tons and tons of cool Halloween and fall stuff in the last few weeks that they've been showing, and really excited to see all their finishing. I think tutorials is what they're going to do. So definitely check them out. Carolina Stitchers. And obviously my friend Laura, Textile Crafts. I've talked about her before as well, and she is adorable. Absolutely love her. She is great. She just finished a wonderful strawberry. I've never done one. I've been kind of, I don't know, kind of scared of it maybe. So maybe I need to try that at some point. But her Flosstube is wonderful as well. So don't forget about her. I think that's it today for shout outs, because I could shout out 5,000 people, but this is who I've sort of spent my weekend with, if that makes sense. Or the other weekend I had written down the one. So, the only other thing, I need to talk about the giveaway, because I had one last week. But I wanted to ask a question. Actually, there's a bunch of questions I want to ask. See if I can get some interaction going. I'm listening to Floss Boss and Cousins today, and they are talking about like this. Like, why would I get all but a few apples done? No idea. Why do I do an entire other thing and I've got everything except for maybe a corner of the border, or maybe the outline of, you know, the back stitch? Why do I have so many things that are almost completely done and I just squirrel away from them? Does everybody else do that too? Is that just some weird quirk? They both seem to have the same weird quirk as me, so maybe we're just all weird. But wondering if the whole, you know, cross stitch community suffers from, I get almost to the end and then I'm just, oh, squirrel away, I'm done. I have no desire to go back to it. I want it done, but I don't want to go back and finish it because I have no idea. It's some strange gene, I guess. But anyway, that was one question. The other question, do you guys want me at the end to do any kind of little segment on other things? Like reading, I had talked about, I had asked for a book, and book suggestions, and I actually have read very little in the last couple of weeks. But I found a new really good one if anybody's looking for a book. And it's called The Priori of the Orange Tree by, don't remember the author. So far it's really good. I'm only about 5 chapters in. The alien thing, I don't know. It's just a little too juvenile for me. I need to go back and try and finish it. Because they say the second one's better. But The Priori of the Orange Tree, really, I think I'm going to enjoy that one. So if you're looking for a new book, there you go. That's my suggestion for the week. How about recipes? My daughter shares a ton of recipes on Instagram, and I love when people put up a recipe on their Flosstube, just other random things, because we all like to do so many things. And some of us, you know, besides cross stitch, maybe we quilt, maybe we knit, maybe we crochet, maybe we scrapbook, maybe we cook, maybe we garden, but we do more than one creative type thing usually. I do like to cook. I like to bake. So wondering if there's any interest in that whatsoever. And then I also thought about, do people like hearing each other talk? I kind of like the funny stories sometimes. And I thought about just doing a segment every week on one of the funny stories from the nursing home, because some of these people are freaking hilarious, and I can't share, you know, their names or where we're at. I would have to tweak it because of privacy and all that. But some of the things they say just literally make me want to pee my pants. They're so hilarious. So that's another thing I thought about sharing. Hang on, be right back. And for the giveaway, without further ado, I'm not going to butcher your name, so I'm just going to say Amy. There was only one Amy that commented, so I'm not going to even try to say your last name. I had put up for grabs Little House Needleworks, and this is Pumpkin Hollow Farms. Oh, and I said I would share that. I haven't pulled it out yet for fall display, which is going out really soon, so I will share that when I do. But Amy, I will leave a comment on your comment, and if you will email me with your snail mail address, I will get that out to you just as soon as I can. So I think that is it. I'm not going to do a giveaway this week. I just didn't, I don't know, get my act together in time to do that. So thank you for joining me today. If you liked the video, please hit like. Anything helps the channel at all. Leave me a comment, answer my questions, or ask me a question. That would be great. And please hit subscribe. That is totally awesome as well. Again, thank you all for joining me, and I will see you back. Oh, I forgot something. So I will definitely see you back in a week or two, but I am going to start the massive she shed overhaul. I can't finish remodeling or fixing it up yet, but I do need to do some organization. So I'm going to bring you guys along with me when I do that. I think I had talked about that a little bit before. So I am going to do, you guys hold me to this, I am going to do hump day. I really don't even know what to call it. Any good ideas on what to call it, let me know, and I will pull a random comment for a random giveaway. Don't even know what it's going to be yet, but I am going to do a giveaway. Let me know what I should call my Wednesday attack the she shed and get it all organized and put together and rearranged. I need a name for it, but I'm thinking Wednesday and hump day, and I'm going to start that this week if it kills me. So like I said, hold me to it. If you don't see anything by Wednesday, hit me up and say, hey, Cindy, like, hello, you promised, so where is it? So just a quick little, let's see if we can lift back there, fabric. I need to reorganize that a little bit. Those are scraps that are sorted. Look at my poor little pitiful stash of linen. Very sad. I need to definitely get more of that, don't you think? And then let's see if we can show the floss the way I have it right now. That is just on rings, and it's by manufacturer. So that's the only peeks I'm going to give you right now of the she shed. But join me again for that, and I hope to see you in another week or two. Come back and visit. Thanks again.